Hello and welcome to Module 1 for Information Sources and Services. This is an overview of information sources and services in the library profession and specifically in the School Media Center. Let's start off with a definition for information services. According to RUSA, which is the Reference and User Services Association, information services in libraries take a variety of forms, including direct personal assistance, directories, signs, exchange of information culled from a reference source, reader's advisory service, dissemination of information in anticipation of user needs or interests, and access to electronic information. As you can see, information services in a library setting involves a number of different activities. In a school library, information services takes on predominantly the form of an information inquiry model. And this puts the Library Media Center resources and services at the core of the curriculum. Information services with an information inquiry model emphasizes an approach to learning which involves student inquiry, questioning, and information finding activities. In an information services program that emphasizes an information inquiry model, students are taught to question and solve problems independently. They are also taught how to locate, access, and evaluate information resources. An information services program that emphasizes an inquiry model provides a significant amount of instruction to help students locate, access, and evaluate information resources, and also involves a significant amount of instructional collaboration between the media specialist and the classroom teacher. The role of the library media specialist is to guide users to select the appropriate resources that will answer their questions using an inquiry model of instruction. The goal is to develop information literate library users, and this puts the library media specialist in an intermediary position between the user and the library collection. Therefore, the library media specialist should be service-oriented, possess excellent communication skills, be knowledgeable about the collection and other information resources, and skilled in information inquiry. As a professional, the library media specialist adheres to the ALA Code of Ethics, the RUSA Guidelines for Reference Librarians, the Library Bill of Rights, and principles of copyright and intellectual property. There are a variety of approaches used in providing information services in a school library media center. Information services are an integrated part of the library media program as an inquiry model is being used. Part of promoting and supporting the reading program of the school is an important part of information services, and information is provided through either ready reference or direction to more detailed resources. Also, guidance is provided through suggestions on search strategies or appropriate sources, and instruction is provided in how to locate and use information independently. Providing these services can take on a number of different approaches, including one-on-one approaches between students and the media specialists, instruction in small or large group settings, individualized and informal instructional services, also teaching formal information skills in isolation, or teaching information inquiry skills through an integrated curriculum that is taught both in the classroom and the media center. Information services, when using an information inquiry model, is a process. Activities are carried out in a transaction between the media specialist and library users and uses a problem-solving process involving identifying an information need, helping the student to pose a question that can be answered by information, refinement of the question that is developed and negotiated between the user and the media specialist, guidance for the user to help them find appropriate information, and then users' ability to locate an answer to the question and an engagement by the media specialist in an evaluation of the process. Information resources can be in the form of any material, regardless of form or location, that provides necessary answers to questions. Therefore, they can take on print or electronic form and be available in the library or outside the library walls. Specialized reference materials are stored in a separate section of the library and don't circulate. This is where you will find encyclopedias, almanacs, dictionaries, and other large volumes that contain specialized information. Much of these information resources that we typically find in the reference section of the library, they are decreasing in size because they are becoming increasingly available through electronic means, including the internet. Typically, virtual reference materials are located on state consortia websites such as the Kentucky Virtual Library, or they can be placed on the School Library Media Center's homepage. The future of information services is increasingly going to take on an electronic form. Integrated library systems and networks have increased access to electronic information resources, so that information is now accessible outside the library walls via the internet. Information services librarians will be experts in instructing others how to navigate these information resources, and there will be less emphasis on physical location of reference service, with more emphasis on digital information fluency and virtual information services. So there is a one-to-one correspondence between the goals and the processes of information services in a library setting and an information inquiry curriculum. The goals of both are to develop effective users of information and ideas, and use a problem-solving model to guide users to satisfy their information goals. The information services field defines effective behaviors for librarians to succeed with this endeavor. This includes a service orientation, knowledge, critical thinking, and communication skills. And here are a number of resources if you are interested in exploring an overview of information services in more depth, and also refer to your module guide, discussion board, and weekly readings for more information.